Hello, food lovers. Today we are making Nsala soup, also known as white soup. We're making this with dry fish. This is very tasty, very easy to make, and trust me, you will love this. So stay tuned. Like the title of this video says, we are making Nsala soup with dry fish. And from the head of fish you see me holding on the screen, you can tell that this is a big fish. And mind you, that was probably like half the head of the fish. So of course, the first thing to do is to bring out the fish. And good thing about this is that dry fish doesn't take time to cook, right? And it's very flavorful. So this is going to be a very quick one. Here are all the ingredients I'll need: the dry fish, crayfish, okpei, pepper, and yam. Yam is used as a thickener in Nsala soups. There are other thickeners you can use, like yam flour. You can also use corn flour, but yam is the best. So next thing I do is to cut up the yam, take out the skin, wash it, and put on fire. I cut up these yams and I put it into the pot and put it on fire. So when I cut these, I like to count it just so that before I pound or blend the yam, I'm sure that I brought out everything, but it never works. I always forget how many pieces of yams I've put in. But if you're making this with, like, say, goat meat, you can cut bigger chunks and that way it's easier to find. So I put the yam on fire first because dry fish doesn't take long to cook. And while that's on fire, I just pound the pepper, the okpei, the crayfish, and I set them aside. At this point, this soup will be ready in no time. So I just put in some hot water and also a bit of cold water. So basically warm water was what I used to wash this fish after I soaked it for about 5 minutes. It wasn't really dirty, so it was really easy to wash it off. I deboned it, washed it off, and it was ready to be cooked. So I like to wash and rinse off the fish as much as possible until the water runs clear. At this point, the yam was already halfway cooked. So I just put in all the fish, put in some seasoning, some salt, a bit of pepper, and I allowed that to cook. If you're using a different protein, the process is still the same. It's just the cooking time that will be different. So at this point, the yam was already soft. I took that out and I used a mortar to pound it. So you can use a blender to just blend it, but try not to add too much water just so that it can still make the soup thick. But if you'd even like a lighter consistency, whatever works for you, to be honest, the taste is what matters. So immediately I took the yam out of the pot. I put in the crayfish, the pepper, and the okpe I pounded, a bit more salt, and I just let that cook. So at this point, I'm pounding the yam, and I put it back into the pot when I was done pounding. So I noticed that the water I used was a lot. The yam wasn't going to thicken this very well, but like I said, whatever consistency works for you, so long as it's not like pepper soup consistency, once it's a bit thick, or if you like it like really really thick. But yeah, like I said, very simple soup, very fast, and this is always so so yummy. Something else, you want this to be spicy, and you can add otazi leaves if you'd like. This was a really tasty soup, and I hope you try this Nsala recipe with dry fish, and do let me know what you think in the comments. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.